Hey there, science fans! Ever wondered how your car magically transforms gasoline into motion? Well, it's not magic, it's science. And at the heart of this process lies a small but mighty component, the spark plug. These tiny bolts play a huge role in making your car go vroom. They might be small, but they pack a powerful punch, igniting the fuel that powers your engine. Without them, your car would be going nowhere fast. In this journey, we'll explore the fascinating world of spark plugs. We'll uncover how they work, why they're important, and what to do when they act up. So, buckle up and get ready for a sparktacular ride. Before we dive into spark plugs, we need to understand the basics of how a car engine works. It all boils down to a continuous cycle of sucking in air and fuel, compressing it, igniting it to create a small explosion, and then using that explosion to push a piston that turns the wheels. Think of it like this. Imagine a bicycle pump. When you push down on the handle, you're compressing the air inside. In a car engine, this compression happens many times per second, and instead of just air, it's a mixture of air and fuel. Now, here's where our little friend, the spark plug, comes into play. After the air-fuel mixture is compressed, it needs a little spark to ignite and create the mini explosion that powers the engine. That's where the spark plug steps in. The spark plug is like a tiny lightning bolt generator, strategically placed inside the engine. It delivers a jolt of electricity at just the right moment, igniting the compressed air-fuel mixture. This controlled explosion pushes a piston, which turns a crankshaft and ultimately, through a series of gears, makes your car move. It's a bit like flicking a lighter. The spark from the lighter ignites the fuel, creating a flame. The spark plug does the same thing in your engine, just much faster and in a much more controlled environment. Let's take a closer look at a spark plug. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it looks. At the top, you have the terminal, which connects to the car's electrical system. The terminal sits on top of an insulator, which protects the electricity from jumping to the wrong place. The metal casing screws into the engine and holds the whole thing together. The most important part is at the very bottom, the electrodes. These two metal pieces stick out and have a tiny gap between them. This gap is where the spark happens. Section 5, jump-starting your engine. The spark ignites. Remember how we talked about the car's electrical system? Well, that system sends a jolt of electricity to the spark plug at just the right moment. This electricity travels through the spark plug's terminal down the center electrode, and then it jumps the gap. That's right, the electricity jumps across the small gap between the electrodes, creating a spark. This spark is hot enough to ignite the compressed air-fuel mixture, causing a small explosion that pushes the piston. You can think of it like static electricity. Have you ever rubbed a balloon on your head and then watched your hair stand up? That's static electricity. The spark from the spark plug is similar, just much hotter and more powerful. Section 6. Timing is everything, keeping your engine in sync. Now, timing is crucial here. The spark has to happen at precisely the right moment for the engine to run smoothly. If the spark happens too early or too late, the engine won't run efficiently and you might feel vibrations or lose power. It's like playing a song on the drums. Each drum beat has to happen at the right time for the music to sound good. The spark plug's timing is controlled by the car's computer, which makes sure everything happens in perfect harmony. Section 7. When spark plugs fail, signs of trouble. Like any hard-working part of your car, spark plugs can wear out over time. The electrodes can get dirty, the gap can widen, and eventually they may fail altogether. How can you tell if your spark plugs need attention? Listen to your car. It will often give you clues like trouble starting the engine, rough idling or vibrations, reduced fuel efficiency, engine misfires, and lack of acceleration. If you notice any of these signs, it's time to get your spark plugs checked by a mechanic. Section 8, spark plug maintenance, keeping your engine running smoothly. The good news is that spark plugs are relatively inexpensive and easy to replace. Most mechanics recommend replacing them as a part of regular maintenance, usually every 30,000 miles or so. Keeping your spark plugs in tip-top shape will ensure your engine runs smoothly and efficiently, improve your car's fuel economy, and reduce harmful emissions. Remember, a well-maintained car is a happy car. Section 9, Conclusion, Little spark plugs, Big Responsibility. So there you have it, the amazing world of spark plugs. They may be small, but they play a vital role in keeping your car running. These tiny lightning bolts ignite the fuel that powers your engine, and without them you wouldn't be going anywhere. Remember to listen to your car and get your spark plugs checked regularly. By taking care of these little guys, you'll ensure a smooth and happy ride for miles to come. Stay curious and keep those sparks flying.